Hello and welcome to Truth Seeker Psychic Readings, reminding you of who you really are. Today we're going to look at the week starting the 26th of April all the way through to 2nd of May. Now, Taurus season we're in now. Wow, the year really is moving through quickly. So happy birthday, Taurus. Hope you have an amazing time. If it's your first time on the channel, by the way, please subscribe and please hit that bell so you never miss another reading again. Now, before we start the reading, I saw an eagle, okay, clairvoyantly, right? Now, eagles are very, very symbolic of the far-seeing eye, okay, being able to locate things from afar. You could almost call that psychic ability, right? Seeing things, seeing a snippet of things before they come to you. Now, that is telling us this week that we need to pace ourselves a little bit and trust in the signs and perhaps look into things a little bit more before jumping in, okay? So the other thing that eagle symbolizes, I feel, is patience, right? So we're needing patience this week. Now let's get into the theme. So we have the King of Swords for our theme for the week. What a powerful theme. All right, speaking of eagles, you know, there's a bat flying in the background. There's a black bird. I feel a crow flying around him. The crow represents swords in this deck. Lightseer's Tarot, by the way. Beautiful, beautiful cards. King of Swords is powerful. Why is it powerful? Because the king rules. Okay, the king is determined. He's confident. He's brave. The King of Swords, however, is somewhat controversial, okay? He's not the ordinary king. He's a king that won't mince words and will say things exactly how it is without hesitating. This is a sign for us this week to, when communicating about what it is that we're passionate about, what it is we're trying to achieve, let's not hold back, yeah? Let's say it exactly how it's supposed to be and just say it straight, because that is the sort of energy that we need to carry this week in order to achieve, right? Don't let others make you question what it is that you're thinking or wanting to do or say. Just go straight for it. The King of Swords does not muck around, okay? You could tie the King of Swords to many air signs like Libra, okay, or Gemini. And air signs, you know, they have two sides, okay, like the sword, right? Good and the bad, okay? They understand life very well, and so they need to pretty much just go with what it is that their instincts are telling them, okay? And not to pretend to be anything else but themselves, right? The king's brave, right? So king energy this week, very strong. Now, this is positive in many, many ways, but there's one thing that we need to be aware of. It's the Eight of Cups, yeah? So the Eight of Cups is basically a person who's walking away from what appears to be a sinking boat. Yeah, the boat is old energy, so that could be a person, a place, a thing, a situation that happens during your week that you're like, I'm done with it. You know, I've been there before, done it. I'm not going to go there again. Okay, so have the bravery. Have the courage, have the King of Swords courage to walk away when you know it doesn't serve you. Whether it's, you know, a person that you feel has not been treating you well, or whether it's, you know, a situation you've been mulling over, this is your decision, okay? And it is saying, take it seriously, cut the cord, move forward, okay? Now, we have more swords, and it is the 10 of Swords in reverse, okay? A little bit of a tricky one for us to deal with right in the middle of the reading. And it's saying that there may be a time where we're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, okay? Whether it's because we're quite forward or quite direct, you know, we can experience a backlash from people, from others, when we are so forthright about what we want. Now, it is not our job to be responsible for the emotions of others. Okay, now being the King of Swords, I'm not saying go out there and start, you know, swinging your sword left, right, and center at people, but be direct, you know, be wise about it, be direct though. And the 10 of Swords is saying that, you know, perhaps somebody might not take it the way that you intended them to, but perhaps you don't have an intention at all. But aside from stating your point and being clear, we can feel a little bit overwhelmed, we can think a little bit too much about what we say sometimes after we've said it. This is basically saying let it go. okay? If you continue to think and continue to wonder and ponder about what you've said, then it's not doing you any good. It's taking away your energy. You need to keep moving forward, okay? And if it's another person that didn't agree with what you said, they have to live with that, okay? So just remember to uphold your best and to do what it is that you feel to do, okay? If it feels right with you, if you know it's for the highest good, then there's a reason and there's a purpose behind it. Kings always act with purpose, okay? So that's the other thing this week. Act with purpose, and if somebody else doesn't quite understand what you're doing, I'm sorry, but that might come just from their insecurities, and it's got nothing to do with you. So don't stress and don't worry about your actions, all right? Kings trust that they have the answers, that they know once they've made a decision that it is done, and they follow through, okay? So that brings us to the Four of Wands. Now, the Four of Wands is the element fire. Fire is about enthusiasm, okay? It is about determination and willpower, okay? And it's happening around the home. See, these guys are celebrating in front of a teepee in the background, and the teepee represents their home. So what this can mean for you is that whatever you've been worrying about and stressing about this week, you're going to overcome it in the home space. Perhaps that means the home is a great place for you to unwind. Maybe you have a nice space in your home that you want to redecorate, or perhaps you want to make it feel comfortable for you. And that is something that is I guess being shown to us this week. But it's also saying that, it doesn't matter what other people think and say about our actions, okay? What matters is that we believe in it, okay? The King of Swords doesn't always make decisions that suits everybody. They are trying their best to do what's good for the greater good. And if that's how you feel you're acting this week, then that's fine, okay? There's a reason for it. You might get backlash and you might get people who just don't understand you, all right? I get it, but you can't take that energy on. Otherwise, it's going to bring you down. Just feel good about what you've done and understand that at the end of the day, you are making a difference, okay? It starts from within, with yourself. You can fix whatever the problem is within you before you can go out and solve other people's problems. So home is also symbolic of our temple, our body, this is our home, okay? And so you are using that energy, your own wisdom, okay, to create wisdom around you, right? So stability, that is essentially what we're gaining from this situation. Now, right at the end of the reading, we have the 9 in the major arcana, which is the Hermit in reverse. Hermit is somebody who pulls away, okay, who pulls away from life momentarily or periodically to assess and examine where they are, okay? So at the end of this week, you may want a bit of time to yourself to sort of look back and ponder and ask yourself, what did I achieve and where am I heading? Is this what I wanted to achieve? This strong king direct energy that you have this week may have you doing, like I said, controversial things. And that's okay if there's a purpose behind it. Whether it's out of character or not, it's courage, it's bravery, it's bravado, yeah? So not everybody's going to agree with what you have to say, but you may want to ponder on it. You may want to journal. You may want to understand yourself better and how you've dealt with your week and what's been happening, okay? So don't be afraid to take a little bit of time to yourself, and you don't always have to have an excuse, okay, to be in your own company. If there's people around you and they're asking for your time constantly and your energy, some of us can feel guilty. The more social of us can feel like, oh, but I told them I would do this. Don't be afraid to cancel. That's another thing that's come up. You've got to do what feels right for you, okay? Now, like I said to you this week with the King of Swords, very direct, very courageous, very much a decision-making week, but you can't feel bad about your choices. You have to basically accept and own that when you're in a position of privilege or of knowledge, that you have to do what is best, what you feel is best, okay? Because some people won't operate from that frequency, all right? Somebody's got to do it, right? That's essentially what I feel is the theme this week. Somebody's got to do it. And it might as well be you, right? We can all make a difference in our world, in our own way. And so let's not look to other people to do that. Let's take the initiative and do what we feel is right, okay, and true. And that's what a true king does, okay? So good luck with the week. If you enjoyed this reading, please subscribe to the channel and hit that bell so you don't miss another reading. Like the video, comment in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you can share it with your friends, that would be amazing too. Have a great week, guys. Love you all, and I'll see you in the next reading.